Okay, good morning. This morning I was sitting here tying some winter nymphs for this upcoming winter season and figured I better turn the camera on for you to see what I'm doing. I didn't get a lot of fishing done this last late summer and fall due to some health concerns, and now that I'm back at it, although I'm still working a lot, winter's coming and I better get prepared for it. What I have in the vise is a Ricci, a size 18 Scud people hook. It's a little older hook, but still a good one. And a tungsten bead is 5/64 from Fly Shack. It's a countersunk. Thread I'm using is Danville 7 either there. So let's start the thread on behind the bead. Give it several wraps backwards. Cut away your tag end along the way. Take your thread all the way back to the top of the bend of the hook and beyond a little bit. Tail we're going to use just this black Hackle. This is a streamer Hackle that I have. I was using different Coq de Leons and other variety of feathers, and I kind of like this black, just a black straight from, like I said, from a saddle that I use for streamers. So take a pinch of it. Lay the Hackle fibers right on top of the bend of the hook, and don't worry about the length of them quite yet. Don't go too long, but just lay them on top. Wrap them in a couple times. Don't break your thread on the point of the hook. Pull it up just a little bit to length. And as I wrap, I like to bend the tail back toward me just a little bit. There you go. Everything's right on top, the way I want it. Cut away the excess. Wrap it all the way in. Got a few wraps up here. You're going to build up a little taper. Alright, next we're going to spin that up just a little bit. Coming apart on me there. I'm going to add a piece of this Easter grass that I had for several years. Bought it. The main reason I bought this is the thickness is very thin compared to other stuff that I've seen that's just too thick for fly tying. This stuff here, I don't know where I bought it. Some craft store somewhere along the way. So next time you're walking down the aisle of the craft store, just take a look at it, and if it's thin, it actually works out pretty well. Don't buy the thick stuff. Find very little uses for the thick. And typically the thick stuff is twice as thick as this. Alright, go ahead and lay it right alongside there. Give it a wrap. Pull it to length a little bit here. Give it a couple more wraps here. With the piece of Easter grass right on top. Wrap it all the way back to where you started that tail at. One more. About just like that. Go ahead and wrap your thread up a couple times. I'm going to build up just a little bit of a body here. I'm going to take this Sharpie. This Sharpie is salmon. Bought this actually to do like Utah killer bugs, to enhance them a little bit, but it works well for this. I have a darker pink one, but it doesn't look as good as I think as this one does when it's all said and done. So I color that thread up. Like I said, you can actually use white thread if you want. Now you're going to take that piece of Easter grass. Now for me personally, I like to turn the fly upside down. It actually helps me to see a little better what I'm doing here for some reason. Hopefully you can follow along. Let me turn it just a little bit for you, a little better there. Just wrap it up toward the front. Tie it off. Give it a few turns right in behind the bead. Take that piece of Easter grass. You want to lay it straight back over top of the shank of the hook. And now you want to wrap backwards. A few turns. Oh, don't cut your thread like I almost did there. And now I'm going to use some Angelina fibers. You can use ice dubbing if you want, as long as it's thin enough. These Angelina fibers are like micro thin. That's why I like to use them. Just take a few strands, lay them right alongside of your thread there. Oh. Let's try that again. Actually, they're not that hard to use. Just I let loose of them there. Alright, got a few strands again. I'll lay them right alongside my thread. Helps if your fingers are just a little damp. And just twist them on real good. Twist, 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 twist. And there you go. Go ahead and dub it on. To right up behind the bead. Take your piece of Easter grass, pull it up over top, give it a couple wraps, bend it backwards, a couple more wraps, cut away that Easter grass. I don't like all this long strands either, so I'm just going to give it a little tug there, maybe a little snip. Now you can take your marker again, dab it alongside the thread, just a couple of wraps, take your whip finish tool, just a couple whips, pull it tight, cut it away, and now you're going to take a little Sally Hansen's and just over top of the back of the fly, just a little bit. That's all you need. And you're done. Alright, hope you like these little videos. Like I said, I was tying these up and I figured I better turn the camera on for you. This is a fly I like to actually use and actually done well with. Which all the flies I tie, I fish. So hopefully you can tie one of these up and do well with it also. Alright, stay safe out there. I'll see you around. Oh, if you see me out on the stream this winter, say hello. I'm the guy with the GoPro on his chest. Alright, cheers. See you next time. And stay safe out there.